What if I told you or the person you think you are might be a lie? Not in a creepy, conspiracy way, but in a simple, life-changing way. Think about it, your beliefs, your habits, your dreams, how many of them are truly yours? And how many were handed to you by your parents, your culture, or even strangers on social media? Here's the truth, the real you might be buried under years of second-hand ideas. And until you unlearn them, you'll never get to meet your authentic self. A few years ago, I thought I had life figured out. I had a respectable job, I dressed the part, I even had hobbies that made me seem interesting at dinner conversations. But then, one day, a friend asked me, if no one judged you, and money wasn't a problem, what would you do? I froze. I couldn't answer. Not because I didn't have dreams, but because I couldn't tell which ones were actually mine. That's when I realized I wasn't living my life. I was living a script that had been written for me by other people. It was a strange moment. On one hand, it was uncomfortable to admit. But then, I felt something I hadn't felt in years, possibility. If I had learned to become this version of me, maybe I could unlearn it, and become the real me. The 5 steps to unlearning and finding your true self. Step 1. Question your defaults. We all have defaults, the way we dress, the way we talk, the way we think success should look. But here's the question, who set those defaults? Write down 5 major parts of your life, your career, relationships, values, daily habits, and long-term goals. Then ask, do I truly believe in this? Or was it handed to me? But then, here's the twist, if something on your list feels uncomfortable to question, that's exactly the one you need to question the most. Step 2. Detox your inputs. You can't discover your real self if your mind is always crowded with other people's noise. For the next 7 days, audit your information diet. Unfollow accounts that drain you. Reduce time on platforms that constantly tell you who to be. And here's the powerful part, replace them with sources that challenge your thinking. Read books outside your usual topics. Watch documentaries instead of scrolling trends. Spend time in silence. At first, it feels empty. But then, you start to notice thoughts you haven't heard in years, your own. Step 3. Revisit childhood curiosity. Before anyone told you what was practical or cool, you had pure interests. Maybe it was drawing, climbing trees, storytelling, or building things. Childhood passions are often raw clues to your authentic self. Make a list of 3 things you loved before the world got loud. This week, do one of them, not for money, not for recognition, just for joy. It might feel silly. But then, a strange thing happens. You remember a version of yourself that felt alive without needing anyone's approval. Step 4. Practice identity shedding. The most dangerous cage is the one you don't see. Once a week, do something that doesn't fit your usual identity. If you're always serious, try something playful. If you're quiet, initiate a conversation with a stranger. This isn't about forcing yourself into discomfort for no reason, it's about reminding yourself that your identity is flexible. At first, your mind will resist. But then, you realize you're not as limited as you thought. Step 5. Build a truth filter. From now on, before making a choice, run it through one filter. If no one knew about this, would I still do it? If the answer is no, it's probably coming from a need to impress, not from your true self. Keep a daily journal. Write down the moments you acted authentically, and the moments you didn't. Over time, you'll see the balance shift toward the real you. Months into my own unlearning process, I noticed something unexpected. Life felt lighter. I no longer needed to perform for the invisible audience in my head. And ironically, the more I became myself, the more people respected and connected with me. We spend so much time adding skills, possessions, achievements, but sometimes, freedom comes from subtraction. So if you feel stuck or lost, don't just ask, what should I learn? Ask, what should I unlearn? Because only when you remove the noise will you hear the sound of your real self. If this video spoke to you, share it with someone who's searching for themselves too, and subscribe for future videos like this, and tell me in the comments, what's one belief or habit you're ready to unlearn today?